welcome to Nerdgoblinart. I'm Luda, and it's Froggy Friday in association with the Dragon's Cave and the girl in the garage. Right, I'm going to do two froggies because I love froggies. One's going to have a sticker, so we'll be doing a clear pour with glitter. And this froggy is going to be getting the Tiny Turner treatment. And I'm going to be using Arcane and Supernova. Supernova just in the limbs and Arcane in the body. And I'm going to be using blue and pinky glitter in the first pour with the other frog. So when I can get this, it's a fresh pot because my other one is all gone because it's my absolute favourite one. I'm going to play you some music in a few moments for you to enjoy. And if you can hear purring, that would be Mr. Bilbo Baggins, my 10-month-old cat, who's very clingy at night time. Now enjoy some music while we work along.
Leaves fall like secrets under moon's pale gleam. Cold wind whispers through our autumn dream. Nights stretch longer, shadows growing deep. Find me in twilight where the restless sleep. Scarves and sweaters usher in the chill. In the quiet moments, time stands still. Candles flicker like stars in a storm. Tea in hand, reading tales, keeping warm. Rain taps lightly on the window's frame. Soft lullaby calling out my name. Curl up close, let the world pass by. In this cocoon we're free to just sigh. Pages turn, the plots begin to twist. Each word a journey we can't resist. Lost in stories while the storm rages on. Through ink and paper, new worlds are drawn. Darker nights paint the sky with dreams, finding solace in the subtle themes. Rain-soaked streets whisper in their song. In this refuge we forever belong. Rain taps lightly on a window's frame. Soft lullaby calling out my name. Curl up close, let the world pass by. In this cocoon we're free to just sigh. Rain taps lightly on the window's frame. Soft lullaby calling out my name. Curl up close, let the world pass by. In this cocoon we're free to just sigh. Mix the colors, swirl the resin, pour it out, my hope's a blessing. Art in motion, hands are steady, dreams so vivid, I'm always ready. Curing time's my moment, baby. Every piece, a new adventure, maybe. Watch the light, it catches shadows. In my studio, joy's my only motto. No bubbles, no troubles in my world of art. Clear and perfect from the very start. Glisten, glisten, watch the shine. Working magic every single time. Mold it, shape it, let it harden. In this space I found my garden. From bold blues to soft pastels, every pore a story it tells. See Secrets in my fluid potion, crafting under moon's devotion. Echoes in each drop I see, reflect my heart in that resin sea. No bubbles, no troubles in my world of art, clear and perfect from the very start. Glisten, glisten, watch the shine, working magic every single time. Mold it, shape it, let it harden. In this space I found my garden. From bold blues to soft pastels, every pore a story it tells.
I'm using epoxy resin by Jdiction today. So I've already separated it into different cups, and I'm just stirring in the 2 glitters. This is non-sink glitter by Intoresin, and I'm going to be popping that into my debubbler. And we've got my black mica powder there, which I'm going to mix in now.
In the night we come alive, drawing ghosts with our minds. Paint the shadows on the wall, creativity will never fall. Dancing under ghostly lights, art flows free like midnight tides. Colors swirling in the air, imagination everywhere. Fun and spooky, it's our way. Every night and every day, we create and spirits play in this haunted cabaret. Crafting dreams with eerie charms, haunted brushstrokes in our arms. Lyrics echo with a fright, artistry in ghostly blight. Whisper tales in haunted halls, drawing spirits as night falls. Painting life with ghostly grace in our creative spooky space. Fun and spooky, it's our way. Every night and every day, we create and spirits play in this haunted cabaret. Fun and spooky, it's our way. Every night and every day, we create and spirits play in this haunted cabaret.
So I let the resin debubble on its own for a little, the one with the black mica powder. I filled it, but not all the way to the top, so that I can give it a little spray with some isopropyl alcohol and use my heat gun to try and dispense with any possible bubbles. It's actually my first time using epoxy resin from Jdiction, and it is a 1-to-1, and so far so good. Not bad resin to work with so far. So I'm just making sure I'm getting into all the frog's fingers. I don't know. I should really learn the aesthetics of froggos. But I'm just making sure, and I'm using my silicone tool just to go around the underneath his chin and around his bottom. And I'm just where I overpoured slightly just to save time later. I've just made sure that that is cleared away. So I'm gonna add some pink number 6, is it? No, number 9 from the Intoresin non-sink. I miscalculated when I was pouring for the resin. I completely forgot that I wasn't going to be filling Froggy number 2 up all the way in one go. But our gorgeous alligator was ready on the sidelines, and I've also got another mould from my recent haul from Temu. So we'll give that a go as well. We like the extras. I know it's Froggy Friday, but you know, alligators are of the swamp, so they share space. So giving a spray of isopropyl alcohol and just checking for bubbles, you know, having it in front of me like this while I'm still working, I can still keep a nice eye on that. Why has it gone all quiet? What am I doing? I was getting the resin with the glitter in from my debubbler. So I'm giving it a good spray of isopropyl alcohol, and I'm still not getting the point, am I, that I didn't need to spray all the limbs, because at this point it's not going to be filled to the top. So in goes the resin, and I'm not filling it all the way to the top because this particular Froggy is getting a sticker. I'm not going to be taking the backing of this off the sticker, because I just want it to float inside of that resin. But before I do that, isopropyl alcohol again and my heat gun, just to give a bit more control. It's not too bubbly, but I definitely need a new debubbler because that was in for 15 minutes and it's still not working. Right, apologies for being slightly off screen here. I am just snipping as close as I can. You know, I'm just snipping away the sticker part as close to the actual image as I can. Just so, you know, you get less of the lining then showing through. So I dipped it in slightly. It was almost like a taco effect of pouring it in, just so that we lessen the chance of bubbles. So I'm just positioning it. It's a nice size sticker, this, so it's not really going to go anywhere. I haven't actually put eyes in either frog either. I do have eyes that I could have UV resined in, but at the moment I'm quite enjoying just using like Posca pens and chrome markers from Jdiction, just to top those eyes, just to do my own eyes, because I'm quite happy to do so, and I'm better at positioning them because often the eyes that I try attaching, they often end up moving or popping out. So sprayed some more isopropyl alcohol, and I'm using my heat gun again just to give them another go. I won't be adding any more resin to Mr. Frog. We'll be getting to him later. He needs to cure up so we can do the next stage with that frog. Now, I'm adding some more black to that glittered resin. I know it's, like I said, I know it's Froggy Friday, but we got extras I can do. I overdone it big time with the resin. I had planned on, in my head, like I said, forgot that I wasn't doing the whole frog. I knew I was going to probably do a new alligator today because I wanted to do an alligator in black with a bit of glitter because I haven't got one yet. So this is the pink one. The pink mould is a new one that arrived from Temu about a week or two ago that I haven't had chance to try out yet. So again, just using my silicone tool just to work around there and encourage any bubbles to come up to the surface. So it's a waiting game for that one. So that was quick, wasn't it? It's like, you know. Anyway, I've got the arcane back out, and what I'm going to be doing is coating the top of this and then backing it with black resin to give a really, really beautiful effect. And I've sped you up because you've seen me do this earlier with the other frog, just with the difference that we're putting it on a layer of resin rather than the mould itself. And I'm going to be changing it up as well, so I'm not going all the way up into the limbs, only slightly, and I'm going to be using dark matter on this frog's little toes. It doesn't look like much, but it's a magic trick. These tiny Turner pigments are really awesome. You know, you can get similar effects with chameleon powders from Let's Resin, but these really are fantastic. And I'd just like to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for the coffees. Thank you for your support, your comments, your likes. And I'd really appreciate a thumbs up and a comment if you have the time to do so. You can even thumbs down if you like. You know, it's your choice. But I'd appreciate the likes. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. It's totally free and it just helps my channel along. And don't forget to check my description box for discount codes for various companies. There's 20% off, there's 10% off, and I think there's a 15% off one there as well. You know, use them. I use them. I use other YouTubers ones as well. And I do have an affiliation with a few too. So, you know, everything that I make on this channel, it goes straight back into my crafts. So I can continue to make and, you know, make more videos. So much the same as the previous frog, just getting in there in his little toes and making sure that he's all topped up and given a spray of alcohol, isopropyl alcohol I should say, once I'm happy. And I believe I use the heat gun. Yes, I do. And just making sure any of that extra that I actually accidentally overpoured, just like with the other frog. It just means that you're not messing about too much with, you know, with trimming and, you know, using your deburring tools and such afterwards. I am aware that I've put some pigment under this, so I am being careful. It's always worth going around the thighs and the stomach and bottom of this frog as well, because that's where your bubbles like to hide. I love doing these frogs so much. I now have 2 molds. But I am looking for some other interesting froggy ones as well. So topped up slightly. Sometimes you have to give the resin a few moments to find its way. Just keep an eye on it, just because, you know, you can end up doing a bit of an overpour if you're not paying attention, and if you're not on a leveling table or on a, you know, a level workspace, you might find that your resin's running off in different directions when you get to a certain depth. So there we go. Waiting game yet again. That wasn't too long, was it? So these are all cured. So we're going to go for the extras first. And of course, we have another. And he's beautiful. And I am calling him Barnaby. My husband was listening to a podcast whilst I was doing these. And the name Barnaby was mentioned just as I was unmoulding him. So this one was quite hard to demould, but check that out. That's really cute. That's really pretty. First time I've done that one, so quite pleased with that. So I'm gonna speed you up for the moulding of the frogs. I do get issues in my joints. You know, I've not only do I have fibro, I've also got hypermobility. So my wrists were quite achy because I had the session of making resin today, and I also did a painting. And I'm paying for it now. I'm in a little bit of an ache, so I didn't feel like I had a lot of strength in my wrists and hands. So I find it a little bit difficult. Usually I've got quite a good knack with these frogs, with demoulding them, and today it was just quite difficult. So I use my dotting tool because I don't have nails. I've said it before, you know, but if you're new here, I like to keep my nails short, and I often use the dotting tool to help me take them out. So ready? Ta-da! Isn't that beautiful? And check out that glitter. I love it that you look like down on it and you can't really see the glitter. Then you look at it at an angle and you can actually see the glitter. You'll see it more, don't worry. I will bring it back up for you to have a look. And there will, of course, be glamour shots, because where would we be without the glamour shots at the end? Do love those glamour shots. Yeah, I do find that with these frog moulds, this particular kind of mould, this one's from Amazon. It comes with a frog and an octopus for like £10, which isn't bad at all. I do find that, you know, loosening all the toes first works great. And check that out. Isn't that beautiful? I just think, those colours are just mwah, absolutely stunning. So happy with that. So pretty. Right. To the eyes. So I'm using my silver chrome marker from Jdiction for the eyes. So I've gone for silver because the sticker inside the frog is primarily like a silvery holographic. I decided to tie the eyes into. And have you noticed the legs, the hands on this frog? Now that's dark matter. And would you have thought that from the colour it just looked white, didn't it? And then when you mix it with the resin, it's crazy. So this froggo is getting the gold chrome marker because I can see a bit of like a goldy yellowy tint in the colours. I thought gold would go really well with the frog. I did deliberate, is that the right word? Deliberate? Consider? Just giving his eyes a gold line because I quite liked his eyes, but I didn't think it would look right. So, of course, Barnaby needs a hat. Now, these hats are fabulous. I found them on Temu. I just typed in mini hats, and the amount of mini hats you can get like cowboy hats. I've got top hats. I do want to get some like cowboy type hats and straw hats and stuff like that. But he's so cute. I do love that. That one's Mr. Barnaby, and he will be available on my website by the end of the week. And if you are interested in purchasing any of my makes, check my website out. It's linked in the description below. And you know, sometimes some things I keep, some things go to the shop. but these guys are all coming onto the website. And of course, these froggos need crowns. I quite like putting crowns on frogs when I can keep them on there and I'm not getting resin everywhere. So I'm just UV resining them on. This works perfectly fine, never had an issue. So there we go. So now I'm using a black Posca pen. These are acrylic to cover the eye, give it a froggy line. Off camera, I have UV resined over the eyes as well, so that the acrylic markers or chrome markers don't get you start like wear off or rubbed off at all. I didn't see the need to do that on camera today. I'm really pleased. They are beautiful. I hope you stick around for the glamour shot. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you to the girl in the garage and the Dragon's Cave, Karen and Lisa, for letting me play along and jump on the bandwagon with Froggy Friday. Thank you for watching. Love you. Stay weird.
Disguise, paints with colors so precise, mixes batter late at night, bakes a cake that's out of sight. Crazy alligators dance in her mind like a trance. Dragons and frogs alive, from her hands they come alive. In her studio so weird, cuts out shapes with no fear. Magic flows from every brush, rocks and paper start to hush. Rest of dragons on the floor, castles made from out the door. Frogs that leap from paint pots straight onto her tabletop. Nerd Goblin's playground is where wonders all come round. Cake with crazy alligators, dragons twisting on the ground. Frogs and dragons on the floor, castles made from out the door. Frogs that leap from paint pots straight onto her tabletop. Nerd